In Section 5, we'll cover USM's role from a governance perspective. Remember, USM is a principle-based method for establishing an enterprise-wide service management system. Governance creates the environment in which people can effectively manage tasks. But without feedback from management, governance is ineffective. And it doesn't matter whether you use the ISO standard or the COBIT framework either. Governance and management, while they're different entities, are really two sides of the same coin. Governance is driven by the values of the organization, the fundamental beliefs and ethics that guide the enterprise purpose and mission. Principles are derived from a company's values and are the guiding doctrine that shape how the enterprise conducts operations and manages resources. USM defines a principle as a fundamental, generally applicable rule or belief, which serves as the guideline for the behavior of a person or system. Practices are the day-to-day activities we perform, and they're driven by principles. USM defines a practice as a way of working that specifies the activity, the operator, and the prescription to execute a task. So USM is a method that really gets to the heart of service management by establishing a management system that all staff can use to take a systems thinking approach to their work. Let's talk about how a generic process model can benefit governance. Ironically, standards often make the most sense when we're in a period of significant change. Take the Fugal model as an example. It's flexible, adaptable, and provides a consistent structure. It's scalable and incorporates risk management. It facilitates sharing of best practices and resources. And it improves communication, agility, and alignment. It also recognizes the external world. The Fugal model focuses on the path from idea to value, or aha to ka-ching. The cycle of abstraction to decomposition, service to process, that nature of the beast thing. By defining services as supported facilities, USM gives us an operable definition for all services. And we've normalized service management by identifying 5 non-redundant processes and 8 workflows, which can be used by any team using any practice framework they want. With technologies like AI and RPA, standardizing processes is becoming more important than ever. So just like the generic innovation process model, USM is a critical link for today's service ecosystems. The USM method uses 2 proven techniques to assure quality services. One is standardization, which we just discussed, and the other is separation of duties. A proven approach to control is separation of duties. USM applies the principle of separation of duties, and it's based on specification and realization. Separation of duties can be applied from different perspectives, for example, people, process, and technology. Specification involves design and functional specification, whether that's the design of an organization or team, or the design of a process, or the functional specifications of a system that define what it should do. Realization involves coordination, operation, execution, and determining how things will be built or the practical implementation plans. For example, the USM method offers guidance on the separation of duties from a process perspective. The process manager manages the process. He or she specifies how the process is executed. And the coordinator coordinates the execution of the process, which realizes the process objectives. From an organizational perspective, line management will decide how employees are divided into teams and what the tasks, authorities, and responsibilities of these employees are. And line coordinators actually direct the execution of the work. In USM, a service organization is a matrix organization and balances the structure of a hierarchy with logic of a process perspective. This allows you to apply domain separation and process-based working as appropriate for the organization's needs. Of course, organizations will still need to decide which approach will steer the organization. But using a matrix allows for the interaction between two different perspectives and can foster better decision-making, more efficient use of resources, better cross-functional collaboration, and other benefits, as long as you have good communication and well-defined profiles. But regardless of the approach to domain separation, or to what degree you do or do not use domain separation, the way that each team performs tasks can be localized based on different practices. And at a process level, they'll still be the same for each domain. Everyone's a service provider today, and this is driving transformational change across the enterprise. Transformational change involves a fundamental change in how an organization operates. It involves significant shifts in strategy, structure, systems, processes, or technology, and also shifts in culture, behavior, and mindsets. The USM management system provides all service teams with a stable structure for developing and maintaining their routines using whichever combination of practice guidance is needed, and a method for planning and implementing improvements in an integrated or systems thinking way. Simplifying your service management system with the USM method can be an important element of any transformative change initiative. It's easier for all employees to understand 5 processes and 8 workflows that apply to everyone than it is to understand different practices in use with many different practice areas. It simplifies communication and feedback and promotes transparency, and its generic nature applies to everyone while still allowing for localization, which minimizes resistance and allows flexibility to adapt to changing circumstances. Today, service management is everyone's business, and we need a unified service management system as a link in our mutual service ecosystems. So USM is a method that enables the development and maintenance of an enterprise-wide service management system. This is critical to effective governance. USM provides a management system that enables staff to adopt a systematic approach to their work. Standard routines lead to quality services. USM can be used with or without domain separation. The processes are the same for all links in a service supply chain. USM supports organizational change by providing structured routines and a method for integrated improvement.